Welcome to the Telltales channel.
My sister told me, if you won't babysit 4 kids, don't bother showing up. Our parents backed her without hesitation. So I texted back, cool, then my $15,000 isn't showing up to Christmas either. I canceled all their travel plans. Within hours my phone exploded. It was during dinner at my parents' house when my sister dropped the line that burned a hole through my brain. If Grace won't babysit the 4 kids, then she shouldn't bother showing up to Christmas. She said it like she was making a toast. Everyone laughed. Even my dad chuckled like it was some kind of inside joke. My mom didn't even look up from her plate. It wasn't a suggestion or a question. It was a command, delivered casually in front of the entire family like she was talking about the weather. I sat there frozen, chewing on dry turkey in rage. There wasn't even a moment of silence. No one asked me what I thought. No one blinked. It was just, oh, of course Grace will stay behind and watch 4 kids under the age of 10 while the rest of us head to the mountains and drink wine in a hot tub. The worst part. I paid for the entire trip. Every last detail. The luxury cabin, the upgraded flights, the SUV rental, the lift tickets, the spa appointments, the gourmet grocery delivery, was covered by me. $15,000. My sister claimed she and her husband had a rough year financially. My brother and his girlfriend just moved in together and didn't want to start off the relationship with debt. And my parents, as usual, acted like money was tight even though they just redid their kitchen for the 2nd time. I make good money. I'm not married, no kids. So every year I get guilted into footing the big family vacation bill because, you know, Grace, you're so generous and it means so much to all of us. That line. Every year. And I fall for it. But this was a new level of audacity. They wanted me to come, pay, and then get left behind with 4 screaming kids while they took my money and went on vacation. At Christmas, I wasn't even being included in the skiing, the dinners, the cabin. Just the childcare. Like I'm the hired help. I didn't say anything during dinner. I've been trained since childhood not to make waves. I just smiled tightly, helped with the dishes, hugged everyone goodbye and went home. But something in me cracked on the drive back. This was different. This wasn't just a misunderstanding or someone forgetting to include me. This was planned. This was coordinated. And no one, not even for a second, thought to ask if I was okay with it. At 1 a.m. I called my aunt. She's the only one in my family who sees things clearly, who actually listens when I talk. She didn't even need the full story. They don't deserve you, Grace. And they definitely don't deserve your money. So I opened the family group chat. Scrolled up past all the smug planning messages, the itinerary links, the "so excited" from my mom. And I typed, cool, then my $15,000 isn't showing up to Christmas either. Then I called the travel agent and started ripping everything apart. Cabin, cancelled. Flights, cancelled. Ski passes, car rental, groceries, gone, refunded, wiped. I had put everything on my account because it was easier that way. Easier for them, apparently. I sat back and waited. It didn't take long. My sister called first, twice. Then she texted, "What the hell is going on?" Then my mom, "You can't be serious, Grace." Then my brother, "You're ruining Christmas. For everyone." No one asked why I did it. No one apologized. They were just panicking that their free vacation was falling apart. But I was calm for the first time in years. This time they messed with the wrong sister. By the next morning I had over a dozen missed calls. 3 from my mom, 2 from my dad, 4 from my sister, a couple from my brother. Even my sister's husband called me, which he's never done before unless it involved a car battery or something wrong with their Wi-Fi. The family group chat exploded. My mom, "Grace, this is not the time for this kind of drama. We can talk about it." My sister, "What the hell is your problem? You're ruining everything. You seriously need help." My dad, "What you did was petty and extremely hurtful. You're better than this." My brother stayed silent, but his girlfriend chimed in for the first time ever with, "Wow. Over babysitting?" She was about 3 comments away from being blocked. Not one person asked why I was upset. No one acknowledged that what my sister said was completely out of line. All they cared about was the trip, the plans, the convenience I usually provided without complaint. I didn't respond to any of it. I just let the silence cook. Then around 2 p.m. my mom tried to fix it. She called again and said they had found a solution. Translation: they rebooked everything behind my back. Different cabin, cheaper. Flights now economy, not premium. No SUV rental. Fewer activities. Apparently they all pooled some money together to salvage the vacation. She said they'd still like me to come, just to help out with the kids a bit. I asked her what part of "I'm not the nanny" she didn't understand. She said I was being selfish. That it was just for a few days. That I shouldn't punish everyone over one comment from my sister. I reminded her that I paid for the last 5 family holidays. She went quiet. then said she didn't want to argue. Later that night I got the formal text. Grace, since you clearly don't want to be part of this Christmas, we've decided it's probably best you stay home. We'll talk in the new year. Love, Mom. That was it. No accountability. No apology. Just a quiet exile. It hurt more than I expected. Not because I wanted to go, I didn't, but because of how fast they turned on me. As soon as I stopped being useful, they cut me off. Like I never mattered outside of what I gave them. I stared at that message for a long time. Thought about responding. Thought about unloading years of pent-up resentment. But I didn't. I just forwarded it to my aunt and said, looks like I'm free for Christmas. She replied in 5 seconds. Good. You're coming here. And you're not lifting a finger. Her house isn't fancy. There's no snowmobile or hot tub or catered dinner. But her Christmases are real. They're warm. The food is homemade. The gifts are thoughtful. People ask how you're doing and actually wait for the answer. And no one dumps 4 kids on you and calls it tradition. Meanwhile, the fallout from my cancellation kept growing. Apparently, the cheaper cabin wasn't nearly as nice. The rebooked flights left them with 2 layovers. They had to downsize to a rental sedan, and my sister's husband didn't want to drive on icy roads. The cherry on top? The resort was overbooked and they lost their ski lessons. I heard all of this through my cousin Jen. She's neutral. He dislikes drama. By the 3rd day, my sister had a meltdown in the group chat and accused everyone of being incompetent and ungrateful. My mom tried to soothe things and my dad asked if they should just cancel the whole thing. They didn't. They went through with it, bitter, stressed, and miserable. But I wasn't there. I was drinking cider on my aunt's porch, watching her grandkids decorate cookies, and remembering what peace felt like. And I wasn't even close to being done. Christmas Eve morning, I woke up to a text that hit like a rock through the window. Kids are asking where Auntie Grace is. No greeting. No apology. No recognition of the absolute nerve it took to say what she said at dinner a week ago. Just a guilt trip disguised as concern. It was like clockwork. My sister had always known exactly how to twist the knife while keeping her hands clean. The kids, of course. That was the angle. I didn't answer. I rolled over, turned off my phone, and stared at the ceiling of my aunt's cozy guest room. The sun hadn't even fully risen yet, but I could already hear the hum of something being cooked downstairs, the sound of her daughter wrangling her 2 little boys into clothes they didn't want to wear, and somewhere in the distance, Mariah Carey was already making her rounds. No pressure. No tension. No eggshells underfoot. Just people who actually liked each other. My aunt's Christmases aren't flashy. There's no Instagram-perfect tree, no designer gifts, no custom-printed matching pajamas. But there's warmth. There's calm. There's space to breathe. I walked into the kitchen and she handed me a plate with a cinnamon roll the size of my face, then said, "Your sister texted me last night too, asking what time you were driving over." I blinked. "What did you say?" He just smiled. "I told her you were already home." That hit me harder than I expected. Home. No one's ever said that about me during the holidays. Usually I'm wherever everyone needs me to be. On a flight, on the road, in a borrowed bed with a baby monitor on the nightstand. But this year I was just where I wanted to be. No kids to watch. No cooking assignments dumped on me last minute. No guilt trips disguised as family bonding. Meanwhile, the group chat had gone quiet. Not a single Merry Christmas from anyone. I was officially ghosted. And honestly, it was a relief. Until later that afternoon when my cousin Jen, the unofficial family spy, called me. "They're falling apart," she said. "Your mom's furious. The cabin has 2 bedrooms and your sister's husband is sleeping in the car because the kids won't stop screaming. Your brother's girlfriend brought a vegan roast and your mom said it smelled like a wet sock, and now she won't come out of the room. Your dad tried to deep fry a turkey and nearly set the deck on fire." I had to mute the phone to keep from laughing out loud. Jen went on. "And your sister? She hasn't said 2 words to anyone since they got there. She keeps going on about how you ambush the family, and how everyone thinks she's a monster." Which, yeah. The irony was thick. After years of being treated like the backup generator for family functions, I had finally powered down, and now they were sitting in the dark blaming each other. And still none of them reached out to apologize. Not once. Instead, I got one more gem from my sister that night. "Hope you're enjoying Christmas with your real family. You've made your point." It was so cold, so bitter I felt my jaw tighten. That text was the clearest confirmation of something I had suspected for years but had never wanted to admit. She didn't love me. Not really. Not in the way you're supposed to love your siblings. She loved what I did for her. He loved that I made things easier. That I didn't push back. That I let her feel bigger by being smaller. And now that I stopped, he hated me for it. I put the phone down and helped my aunt's grandkids set up for a board game marathon. We laughed, made a mess, and stayed up until midnight just talking. And for once I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. In fact, I felt like I'd finally stopped missing out on everything else. After the kids went to bed, my aunt handed me a glass of wine and sat beside me on the couch. She didn't say anything for a minute, just stared at the fire. Then she said, "They're never going to change, Grace. Not unless someone makes them." I asked her what she meant. She looked at me and said, "You've been protecting them from consequences your whole life. Let's see how they handle a little truth." I didn't ask her to explain. I didn't need to. Because the look in her eyes told me this wasn't over. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't afraid of losing them. December 26th. I was still in my pajamas, sitting at my aunt's kitchen counter with a slice of pecan pie and zero regrets, when she looked up from her phone and said, "So, just a heads up, your sister might call you today." I blinked. "Why?" She smiled, that calm, almost dangerous smile I'd seen exactly twice before. "I mailed her something." I froze. "What did you mail her?" She sipped her coffee like it was nothing. "An envelope. With a spreadsheet. And a letter." I put down the pie. "What kind of spreadsheet?" She stood up, opened a drawer and handed me the printed version. It was organized, color-coded and dated all the way back to 5 years ago. Everything I had paid for, flights, rentals, groceries, event tickets, even that Christmas 3 years ago when I covered their entire meal and gifts for the kids because my sister said she was broke and my parents were tapped out from house repairs. Total, $47,380. I just stared at it. I hadn't even realized the number was that high. "You kept all this?" I asked. He shrugged. "You sent me the receipts. I kept them because I had a feeling one day, you'd need the truth written down. And since they didn't want to hear it from you, I figured I'd help it land somewhere they couldn't ignore." I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or just sit in awe of this quiet act of vengeance. But she wasn't done. "The letter just explained that you've been carrying them for years and that maybe, this year it was time they learned to stand on their own 2 feet. Oh, and I CC'd your mom, your dad, your brother, and Donna." "Donna?" I said, stunned. "That woman hasn't texted me since 2016. She's always whispering in your mother's ear. I thought she should see where the money actually came from." It hit me then. My aunt hadn't just defended me. She'd launched a full-blown operation. A quiet, devastating truth bomb wrapped in holiday cheer. My phone started buzzing before I finished the pie. "Phone calling." Declined. Then a text. "Why would you do this to us, Grace?" To us. Like I had stolen something. My brother chimed in 20 minutes later. "You blindsided everyone. Couldn't you have talked to us privately?" That made me laugh. I had tried talking for years. But they never heard anything unless it cost them something. Then came the silence. No word from my sister. No apology. Not a word. Until the group chat finally pinged and I nearly dropped my phone. It wasn't her. It was her husband. I honestly had no idea Grace paid for all of that. "I thought your parents were covering most of it." "I'm sorry. That's not okay." Dead silence from everyone else after that. And it didn't end there. A cousin I rarely hear from sent me a message on Instagram. She said she had always noticed how much I did and never understood why I was always the one doing all the work. Said it made sense now. Then Donna commented under an old family Christmas photo I had posted. "Family is a privilege, not a right. Some people forget that until it's too late." My mom saw it. She removed her as a friend within the hour. That's when I knew things were unraveling over there. And still nothing from my sister. Until 11:13 p.m. "I need to talk to you. Please." Just that. No explanation, no pretense. I stared at it for 10 minutes before even showing my aunt. She didn't look surprised. "You broke the machine," she said. "Now they're trying to find the plug." I didn't reply. But the next day another message came. This time longer and uncharacteristically messy. "I was wrong, Grace. I said things I shouldn't have. I didn't mean to make you feel like that. I know I took advantage. I'm sorry. Please can we talk just as no one else? I'm not asking for anything. I just want to talk." No punctuation. Just a stream of raw guilt, fear, maybe even something close to honesty. And I didn't know what surprised me more, that she'd finally cracked, or that for the first time in my life, I didn't feel small in the face of it. I felt steady. And whatever came next, it was going to happen on my terms. I didn't answer her message the night it came in. Or the next morning. I read it over and over, the run-on words, no punctuation, no excuses, just a scattered mess of someone not used to owning their mistakes. But I didn't want another empty apology. I wasn't interested in her being sorry just because she got caught. I wanted her to understand. Really understand. So I texted one line. "Meet me at Aunt Linda's. Tomorrow at noon. Just you. No kids. No audience." I didn't tell my aunt until the next morning, right after breakfast. She didn't look surprised. Just nodded and said, "I'll take the kids out. You'll have the house to yourself." At 12:03 I heard her car pull in. No one else in the passenger seat. No noise from the back. She came alone. She walked in without her usual energy. No overdone smile, no fake cheer, no superiority hanging off her like perfume. Just her, a little deflated, a little unsure. She sat at the kitchen table like it was unfamiliar territory. "I know I'm the last person you want to see," she said first. "But thank you for not ignoring me." I stayed quiet. Let her speak. "I was wrong. All of it. What I said at dinner, how I said it, the way I've treated you for years. I didn't even realize how deep it went until I saw that spreadsheet." She exhaled hard. I couldn't believe it. I thought maybe you were exaggerating, or maybe Aunt Linda had it wrong. But I looked at every line. I double-checked things in my own email. "You weren't exaggerating." She shook her head. "It's disgusting. The way we've used you. I used you. I saw you as this backup plan. The one who didn't complain. The one without kids. The one who could always handle it. And I got comfortable with that. So I said nothing. I wanted to know if this was just guilt or if she had actually changed gears." She looked at me. Really looked. "I've made you feel like you were just support staff for this family. And then I punished you when you stopped showing up like one. I didn't even think about what that did to you." Her voice cracked, but she didn't cry. She just looked ashamed. And then she reached into her bag. "I talked to Michael," she said. "And Mom and Dad. I made them look at the numbers. I made them sit with it. And I told them, you were never supposed to carry all of this. We were wrong to let you." She handed me an envelope. Inside was a check. It wasn't the full amount, not even close, but it was more than I expected. She had started repaying me. Voluntarily. I looked at her and she nodded. "It's not everything, but it's what we could get together quickly. I'll do more. I don't expect you to forgive me right now. I just needed you to know. I see it now. All of it." It felt like a tectonic plate had shifted under the family. I didn't take the check. Not yet. I let it sit on the table between us like proof of a crack in her armor. "You need to understand something," I said. "I'm not angry because you leaned on me. I'm angry because no one ever asked if I wanted to be leaned on. It was never a choice. I was expected to give, and when I stopped, I was punished." She nodded. "I know. I felt it the second you pulled back. And the truth is I was scared. Because I realized how much we'd built around your support. And without it, we fell apart." We sat in silence for a while. Not awkward silence. Just the kind that fills a space after something heavy's been said. Before she left, she looked back and said, "I miss you, Grace. Not the help. Not the money. Just you." That landed harder than the apology. 2 hours later, my phone buzzed again. "Grace, it's Mom. Your father and I would like to come by. Just to talk. No pressure." I showed the message to my aunt. She didn't look shocked. Just said, "Good. Let them do the work now." And for once I agreed. They pulled up around noon. My parents. Just the two of them. No grand entrance, no pan of baked something, no overcompensating smiles. For a solid 5 minutes they just sat in the car, staring straight ahead like they were debating whether to come in at all. They finally walked up to the door together. My mom knocked. My dad stood behind her, holding his hands like he didn't know what to do with them. I opened the door but didn't invite them in. I just stepped back. They looked different. Not older exactly, but smaller. Like people who'd finally started to realize the foundation they built their family on wasn't as solid as they thought. We sat at the kitchen table. The same one where my sister had apologized the day before. No one spoke for a long time. Then my dad started. "Your sister told us what you said. About how you've been carrying everyone." He looked me in the eye, then looked away. That was a first. My mom's voice cracked before she even got her first sentence out. "We didn't see it, Grace. And I don't mean we didn't believe you. I mean we never even looked." I said nothing. I let the weight of that land where it needed to. "We got lazy," my dad added. "We started treating you like the solution to every problem. Money, planning, babysitting, all of it. And when you stopped, we treated it like betrayal. But it wasn't. You were just setting a boundary we should have seen coming years ago." My mom nodded, eyes red. "I thought we were close. I really believed that. But I think we were just comfortable." That word stuck with me. Comfortable. They were comfortable while I was exhausted. Comfortable while I footed bills, carried emotional weight, ran interference during every holiday disaster. Comfortable while I missed out on my own life, my own peace, trying to hold theirs together. "I should have said something sooner," I said. But every time I did, I got the same thing. "Don't make a scene, Grace. Don't ruin the trip. Don't start something." So I stopped saying anything. My dad looked down, nodding slowly. My mom wiped her face. "I know you don't owe us anything," she said. "But I need you to know something. You were never the afterthought, Grace. You were the glue. And we abused that." It took everything in me not to let that one sentence crack me wide open. She pulled an envelope from her bag and set it in front of me. Your sister gave us the spreadsheet. We went through every line. This isn't all of it, but it's a start. We're going to make this right. The envelope felt heavy. I didn't open it. I'm not looking for payback, I said. I'm looking for change. You've got it, my dad said. And for once I believed him. We sat in silence after that. No one trying to fix the moment, no fake laughter. Just silence. Honest silence. Before they left, my mom stood and said, "We'd like to see you on New Year's. Just dinner. Just you. No plans, no pressure. You don't have to decide now." Then they walked out and I closed the door behind them. Not angry. Not relieved. Just steady. That night, my aunt and I made grilled cheese and watched a dumb movie from the 90s. Halfway through, she handed me a glass of wine and said, "You know, I've been waiting years for someone to blow the lid off that family." I laughed. "You could have done it." She raised an eyebrow. "I could have. But it was always going to mean more coming from you." He was right. I spent so long thinking that keeping quiet made me strong. But it didn't. Speaking up did. Saying no did. Letting go of the fear of being the black sheep, the difficult one, the too sensitive one. That was what finally gave me peace. The next morning I woke up to a picture from my sister. Her 4 kids holding a big sheet of construction paper that said, "We miss you, Auntie Grace. Come play soon." No manipulation. No strings. Just kid handwriting and crooked hearts. And for the first time in years I didn't feel like they wanted me because I was useful. I felt like they wanted me because I was me. This Christmas didn't come with gifts. It came with clarity. With lines drawn, with walls rebuilt stronger, and with a kind of honesty that finally had room to breathe. It wasn't perfect. It was better.
Thanks for watching. If this story made you think, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. See you in the next one.